Yes, as friends, hello from Greece, where I am currently being on a trip. It is really cool to be in Greece. As you may know, I am learning Greek, so feel free to check out my lessons. It has been nice practicing a little bit of Greek today. Luckily for me, the landlady did not speak any English, so I managed to tell her a few things. I told her that I didn't speak Greek very well. I asked her if we had to pay now, and I asked her if it was okay to give just one passport. And then another cool linguistic exchange took place on the way back from the beach. I was talking with my dad. I saw a guy selling watermelons and melons on the beach. He had a truck full of them. And I said to my dad, hey, do you know how the Greeks say watermelon? And I said, it's karpouzi. And I knew my dad would be super interested in that because even though in Bulgarian watermelon is dinya, we have different words for the fruit in different regions. And particularly in my dad's region, it's exactly karpuza. So we were talking really loud. He was like, really? No way, karpuzi, karpuzi. And the guy selling watermelons heard us and was really enthusiastic about selling us one. So I ended up walking from the beach with a watermelon and melon, a total of over 10 kilos, I think. But anyway, the guy was so nice. The melon was actually free. Okay, so here in the house where I'm staying, I've been looking at the books. There are some books here. All of them are in Greek. A set of them is about topics like e-marketing, online business, and programming. So I took a couple of them that looked cool, that I would have been interested in if they were in a language I'm better at. So there's some Java, there's some HTML4, and there's some Turbo Pascal. So the challenge I have set for myself is to read them all tonight. I'm kidding. Basically, it's a very basic one. I feel like it would be silly to make immense efforts to just try to understand as much as I can from these books. It would involve a lot of taking pictures, going through some software that can turn the image to text and then translate back and forth. So I'm not going to do all that. What I would do is I'll try to find three valuable bits of information, one per each book, that are worth it in terms of both the information that is carried in the maybe sentence or larger unit, I'll see, and the language. I will see it well written in Greek and try to understand it. So that might end up being just 3 sentences from these large books, and I think it will be valuable. I would come out of this challenge with some new knowledge and better Greek skills. So I'll see you in a bit with the results. Hello friends, I'm back. Let's see what happened with my challenge of, let's say, translation Greek to Java 2 slash HTML4 slash Turbo Pascal. Okay, here goes. I may have changed the concept a little bit in that I didn't look for new information within the books that much in terms of content. I just looked at things that would be at least approximately suitable for my level of Greek. Okay, here we go. HTML4. Here I have a couple of sentences about the UNCGI. Okay, first sentence. Το UNCGI του Stephen Green είναι ένα πρόγραμμα γραμμένο σε C, το οποίο απτοκωδικοποιεί τα δεδομένα μιας φόρμας για εσάς. Okay, the beginning of the sentence already shows a structure that is quite similar to Bulgarian. In order to say Stephen Grimm's UNCGI, it is to something to someone, the something of someone. This is what we do too. Then we have a past participle, which is good to see one because I wasn't sure what they looked like. I guess it's something I won't be studying for a while. Grammeno, written, and grafo is the verb to write. Okay, then I note which in a statement. To opio. Pio is which as a question. That is something I know. But to opio with definite article for neuter is the way to say something, something which. Okay, next sentence. Μπορείτε να πάρετε πληροφορίες και τον πειραιο κώδικα του UNCGI από την διεύθυνση. Okay, so μπορείτε is you can. I can says the conjugation. Μπορώ is I can. I had forgotten this verb. And just like in Bulgarian, because of the lack of infinitive, we get you can get. Μπορείτε να πάρετε. Exactly, in Bulgarian it will be можете да вземете. Both verbs are conjugated. There is no infinitive. Okay, then for information, a word that is not like information, information, informatia. Πληροφορίες. Okay, it seems plural to me. Από την, from the, this is something I have studied because that's how you introduce yourself. You say you are from something, from the, because all countries come with a definite article. Okay. Java 2. Here I had a look at a graphic for a for statement, okay? It is, first we have the actual statement, for, and then control condition, synthiki elenhu, the control condition. The way it is organized is like the opposite of English. Like we have condition, control, which makes sense because there are cases in Greek. So the second word is cased version. Okay, and we have the comments and or less. Then we have the graphic. The first statement at the top is απόδοση αρχικής τιμής μετρητή, which is meter initial value return is what I literally get from Uncle Google. The ending is meter value. timis metriti, the value of the meter, once again, like a structure with cases, which happens to be reverse compared to English. Actually, in Bulgarian, also, this kind of things reverse and as compared to English, but we need some kind of preposition always because Bulgarian is an analytic language. I work as a full-time translator of software, and very often when we see a string of words like that in English, we just have to reverse it and put some kind of prepositions in order to run the Bulgarian. Okay. Then we have, is the condition in 4 true? Alithevii I synthiki που υπάρχει στο 4. Okay, we got true, alithevii. And I noticed there is one more verb compared to English, υπάρχει, and that is like is there, exists. Then we have the branches, ne, ohi, yes and no. Then we have, if it's a yes, execute commands in the loop. Εκτέλεση των τολών που υπάρχουν μέσα στο βρόχο. Okay, actually, we have a noun in English to be execute like an imperative form, but in Greek we get εκτέλεση, which is execution, which is also the rule of translating software from English to Bulgarian. It just doesn't sound right, doesn't sound scientific enough if we say like, do this, do that. It's rather, it is like an execution of this command. Okay, then we have commands. We had, but this is a version with a case, I guess, eftolon. Before we had entolon, I think I mispronounced. Sorry, even my alphabet is not that good at this point. Entoles before, which must be the nominative case plural. And then we have next meter value, apomeni timi to metriti. And then the ohi, the no, when the condition is not true. We have epomeni entoli to programmatos, next program command. And then I can sense of the program, and then endoli, the command now nominative case, singular, female gender is my guess. Okay, and last one, Turbo Pascal. Here I chose an explanation of setting the date, getting the time, for the reason that it contains some vocabulary linked to time that I'm not familiar with, but I noticed I need it. Like in Greece, sometimes you really want to say something like the day, the month, and it's something I don't know. So I was like, let's have a little look at that. So I'll be more familiar when I study this. Okay, the process is entered in the system with the variables year, month, and day. The year, the month, and the day, respectively. I'll try in Greek. Η διαδικασία καταχωρεί στο σύστημα με τις μεταβλητές year, month και day, το έτος, το μήνα και τη μέρα αντίστοιχα. Okay, very smooth, the grammatical beginning, even though the words are complex. It's kind of clear, the process enters in the system with the, and then variables, μεταβλητές, Yeah, nothing to do with the English, but maybe the meta, the root, not root, the prefix, like meaning beyond. Then we have year, month, and day, but these are actually cases, so it actually should be ethos, minas, imera, without cases. Okay, and also system. It's interesting to see that it's to sistema. It's neuter because in Bulgarian it ends in a sistema, so it's feminine, and in French it happens to be un système, système. So it's a masculine in French. Okay, then we have the time, hour, minute, second, and second 100. Again, similar sentence, similar structure. Η διαδικασία επιστρέφει με τις μεταβλητές hour, minute, second και sec 100, την ώρα, τα λεπτά, τα δευτερόλεπτα και τα εκατοστά του δευτερόλεπτου αντίστοιχα. Okay. So, to say hour, minute, second, ora, lepto, defterolepto. Interesting that it has nothing to do with the English or Bulgarian / French. And also second is like a secondary minute. Lepto, defterolepto. Interesting. And then ekatosta of the second. Actually, Google gave me centimeters, but what it must be is not centimeters, but like 100th, because ekato is 100. So some food for thought, actually, talking about measurement and things like that. To say 1,000 in Greek is hilia, and so it is in Bulgarian. But then kilometer is hiliometro, which is like kilometer. So kilo comes from hilia. I never saw it in this way because we have kilometer in Bulgarian that I suppose comes from the other European languages. But actually we have hilada, which is 1,000. But it doesn't, we no longer feel like one is related to the other. Okay, this was it, guys. Thanks for watching. If you are more advanced in Greek than I am, like, please be gentle. I'm really a beginner. I just wanted to share my method of trying to learn something from, like, when I am in a situation that allows me to learn something new without getting too over the board, just trying to calmly understand something and gain some new knowledge. And yeah, this is obviously applicable to all languages, to all business or otherwise spheres of interest that you might have. I really like it when I try to apply languages to something else rather than just, just understanding, like being a little bit technical in it, which is what I do for a living. Okay, thank you very much, guys, and see you next time. Bye-bye.